Hey, one more time for John on his last day on tour. He's getting fired tomorrow, so I hope you like this combo. Thanks for coming out. I'm done dating younger women. I'm 38, so most young women have been done dating me for a long time, but just announcing a policy change. 23-year-olds, you're super hot, but I can't even read the font on your Instagram stories, so get out of town. Go have a good life, I'll circle back when I'm 50 and rich. That seems to be the timeline. I'm 38, that's not old, but I'm not a young man anymore. It's time to date a woman who can recognize the signs of a stroke. Right? My priorities have shifted. Everyone else on dating apps like, do you have any pets? LOL, what's your sign? I'm like, do you know CPR? I don't like using dating apps though. I prefer to meet my women in the wild. Just what it feels like sometimes. Not like hunting, but just like trying to feed a deer an apple in the woods. You're just walking along, oh my God, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Shh, 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 don't scare it. Hi. Hi, look at you. Hi. Oh, you hungry? Hi. No. Oh, fuck. Oh. Scare her off. Wasn't gonna hurt you. Just wanted to have sex with you. Not the deer. I feel like we got along. All right, I don't know why I haven't been able to meet the one, you know? I feel like, you know, I make good money, I own a home, I have things you could take in a divorce. I just need like a 4-year commitment. I would sign everything over. You guys are like, oh, we'll take our chances on the streets. I guess it's like my nana always told me, you know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it suck your dick. Show is sponsored by PETA, right? I don't like dating apps. It feels like everyone on there just wants to fuck. I want to fuck too, but not immediately. It feels weird, right? To summon a human from your phone. It feels like I'm making out with my Uber driver a little bit. I'm like, well, the plates match, just get in, I guess. What's the name? Andrew, get in here. It's like, all right, relax. I just met you 3 minutes ago from an app and you want me inside of you. I need a little more information. How about a user review system? Didn't kill me, 5 stars, shit. I gotta raise my standards. It is a bad analogy because people are way more careful with their Uber drivers than their Tinder dates. You ever see someone order an Uber, they double check that the plates match, they live share the location with a friend, they get dropped off 3 blocks from their apartment, just in case. People get a Tinder match, they're like, here's my address, the time of the day my roommate's gone, come fuck me now. I'm not even saying don't do it, I'm just saying be careful, okay? If you tell someone you like to be tied up, make sure you also mention you like to be let go, that's important. Started seeing this new girl, right, and she's great. She's been previously married, so she's a rescue. Have you tried dating in adulthood? It is exactly like going to the pound. I'm not saying that they're bad dogs, but there's a reason they're in there. Just walking down that aisle of sadness, trying to pick one out. In the arms of the angel. Some of them wag their tail at anybody that walks by. Oh, pick me, oh, take me home. Some of them are nervous, like, hey, let me smell your fingers first. You know? I'm the one shivering in the corner, like, I don't deserve love. Oh, don't get close, I'm gonna pee. I found out that her last husband actually killed himself. Yeah, which is great news, because that means I'm her type. Like, it's gonna work out, you know? I know, it's a dark joke, but hang in there. It's worth it. We're gonna tie the knot soon. just want 3 people laughing, and the rest of you are like, this guy needs therapy. Is this a comedy show or a cry for help? Fucking both. Pay attention. I actually got over my last breakup with the help of a therapist, but it was a massage therapist, which is weird. She didn't jerk me off. That would have been much less awkward than what actually happened. I don't know what your typical massage expectations are like. I'm hoping to just get naked and never talk to you again, like a Tinder date, you know? But she got real touchy-feely with my actual feelings. I didn't appreciate it. She was asking me all these personal questions. She's like, are you single? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, why? Did she send you? Like, what's going on? What are you guys, splitting my deductible? What's with this line of question? And maybe it's my fault. Maybe I walked into the wrong building, or I accidentally circled deep issue massage. But I'm trying to relax. She's going, tell me where the pain is. I'm like, on the inside, you know? But every time I would try to give like a vague, avoidant answer, she just digs her knuckle into my thigh like I'm a prisoner in Guantanamo Bay. So she's like, how come things didn't work out? I'm like, oh, people change and people grow, you know. Time heals all wounds. And then she fucking elbow drops me and I'm like, ah, I didn't appreciate her enough. I'm so sorry. I ignored her phone calls until she acted crazy and I blamed it on her. When I left that massage office, it felt just like regular therapy. I was crying. I called my dad to apologize. I had a bill for $800. That's when I learned sometimes it's not the happy ending you want, but it's the happy ending you need. Turns out I need another happy ending. Right? Cool. Some of you might have heard I just got out of rehab, and thank you. No, it's not a real rehab. It's just what I nicknamed my parents' house. That's the only time I'm sober more than a couple days in a row. They don't even care that I smoke pot. They're just annoying to be around, so it would ruin the buzz. Why waste drugs, you know? I became an accidental pothead during COVID. I used to smoke just a little bit, and then they closed everything except for pot shops and grocery stores. And I was like, this economy needs me. I'm a hero. I will order Uber Eats every single day so these frontline heroes can survive. But after 2 years and a couple million people dying, I had a thought, like, do I really want to be inhaling smoke in my lungs every night? Turns out the answer is still yes, you know? I'm trying to quit. I'm trying to quit someday, you know? I'm giving myself breaks, like I'll take like 5 days off and then like 360 days on, you know? Just trying to switch things up. And my dad had a cancer scare this year. He got cancer, and it was scary. And he's fine. His only dying wish was that you laugh at the fucking jokes. So, step it up a little bit. I'm not afraid to use the cancer card. He's alive. No evidence of disease. He's doing okay. It's interesting, though, when I noticed that whenever I tell people my dad had cancer, if it's a young person, they always go, oh, I'm so sorry. And if it's an old person, they're always like, what were his symptoms? Because young people are like, I'm going to live forever. And old people are like, I'm going to die tomorrow. And people in their 40s are like, I think that beam will hold. And this is what you paid for. I don't know what you showed up and you're like, whoa. So I was have to continue the conversation, you know. I'm like, well, it was esophageal cancer, so he started having trouble swallowing. And I noticed within 60 seconds, everybody just starts swallowing. Like they're clearing their throat while continuing the conversation. Like, oh, you're going to Michigan. Cool. How's comedy? I'm like, are you testing yourself for cancer in front of me? I don't think that's how that works. I haven't done it yet, but I'd like like to start fucking with people just to see what I can get away with. Be like, yeah, one of the main symptoms he had was he was having trouble balancing on one leg. You know, just see how long it takes in the conversation before they start leaning one way. Balancing? Or whatever, I don't know where the fuck we are. Ann Arbor. No one gives a shit. Yeah, but back to smoking pot all the time. I figured, you know, Snoop Dogg hasn't had a cancer scare yet. I should be fine, right? Yeah, that's logic. That'll work. I tried to switch to a vape pen because I thought that might be healthier. I Googled it. I was like, is vaping healthier than smoking? And it said maybe. And I was like, good enough for me. Close tab, you know? Look at me doing my own research. But I don't know. The problem with the vape pen is that it's too easy to use. I don't have the willpower to not roll over first thing in the morning. Like, I had spent a tough 3 minutes. I deserve this. When you make drugs easy to use, it's a problem, right? Like there should be shame involved with drugs. You shouldn't be able to puff a cloud of vapor and disappear like the Batman. Like there should be. When you make drugs too easy, when you put heroin in pill form, you get Ohio. Like it's not good. You're one state away. I don't know. Well, they don't come up here. One of my best friends lives in Ohio, and I live in Seattle, so she came to visit. Yeah, okay, shout out Seattle. Okay, what the fuck are you doing here? I'll be in Seattle next month. Because I live there. Don't find my house. She was visiting though, so I was like trying to play tour guide. I was like, oh, check out the mountains and the waterfalls. And just a couple weeks ago, I was in Cincinnati, so she was like, let me return the favor. Check out our tire fire, you know? Like, want to see a pile of needles? I'm like, I'm from Seattle, we have that. We have the needle, it's like the biggest one, you know? Ohio's going through it. I don't know if you guys are paying attention. You should. It's real bad. Then a train full of toxic chemicals flip over and spill everywhere. And then they cleaned it all up. And then they put it in a truck to take it somewhere else. And then that truck flipped the fuck over. I'm like, who's in charge of your nuclear plant? Homer Simpson? Like, what is going on? Ohio is proof that superheroes are not real, okay? They have dumped so much toxic shit in the water, in the soil, and nobody tried to stop 9/11? Seems suspicious. I was just there yesterday. I didn't see a Ninja Turtle anywhere, okay? I did see a snapping human. They have those in Michigan too, so. She kept trying to convince me though. She's like, no, Ohio's awesome. We have the most astronauts of any state. I was like, that's how you know your state sucks. When you're bragging about the number of people who try to leave. Like that's But I looked into it because I was like, that seems interesting. Like, why would there be more astronauts? And here's what I found out. In June of 1969, one of Ohio's rivers was so polluted, it literally caught on fire. And 1 month later, in July of 1969, the first man landed on the moon, and he was from Cincinnati, Ohio. Sounds like a bunch of guys standing around going, this place is not going to be inhabitable much longer. We better fucking start exploring. You know? And I'm not making fun of you for living in the Midwest. I think it's brave. I think you chose to play life on the most difficult settings. Of course they become astronauts. Of course people from Ohio become astronauts. Fucking, you can't scare that guy. He's like, I've heard Jupiter's gravity can kill a man, but my depression is also crushing, so I'll take my chances. At least nobody can hear me sob in space. Then he gets up there and he's like, what a beautiful planet. Oh, it's a gassy giant with rivers of lava. Just like home. I take it back. Ohio did grow one superhero, LeBron James. Yeah. He fucking left too. So, yeah. Turns out everyone great from Ohio either goes to space or to Space Jam. So, you're right, that one could have been a tweet. But, Twitter sucks now, so I gotta get my laughs in real life. Well, you picked a good show, I'm very famous, and that's not supposed to be a laugh, but a couple years ago I did a comedy special with this website, Dry Bar Comedy. Anybody heard of Dry Bar Comedy? 6 people, that is good for me. It's basically Netflix for Mormons. I'm not Mormon, but I used to look very Mormon. Even as a kid, if I rode a bicycle, my whole neighborhood went into lockdown. Not that there's anything wrong with being Mormon. Well, there's a couple of things. If you're not familiar with the Mormon religion, you're not allowed to have like alcohol or caffeine or fun. Right. Unless your idea of fun is riding a bicycle in a suit. So they made a service where you can edit out offensive parts of TV shows. Say you're like a Mormon boy and you want to watch Game of Thrones, but you're offended by nudity. You select from a menu, no nudity, and you just watch the other 13 minutes of Game of Thrones. I told my dad that I was filming a show with him. He goes, "Do they have the opposite service?" I was like, "I think that's just porn, Dad. I don't know. How much dialogue is there to skip? Here's your pizza. Fast forward. Boring. Let's see some tits, you know." Dry Bar ended up getting sued by Disney for $60 million because check this out. You're not allowed to take people's movies and edit them and then charge people to watch them. Who would have seen that coming? But make error in my favor, because after that, they're like, who else can we take advantage of? And they're like, comedians don't read contracts. So, I filmed a special with them. I got 15 million views in the first year, and after that year, I still owed them $5,000. Yeah, so that's why I'm here. Just to take your money in person. But I was thinking about it, I was watching this movie the other day and a canceled actor popped up on the screen and it just ruined the movie because I was thinking about the shitty things that this guy did for 20 minutes and, you're not focused on the plot line. You're like, Kevin Spacey as a love interest, that doesn't make sense. But I was thinking we need a Netflix for liberals, right? Like the Mormons have their version. What about one for liberals where it just shows each canceled actor in the movie and what they got canceled for? And then you can decide whether to skip the scene, right? Like the first one's like possession of cocaine. And you're like, have some fun, Whatever. And then it's like jerked off in front of a girl in his trailer. Oh, that's a really good movie. Voted Republican once in 1984. Fuck that! Take away his family! He doesn't deserve to live! Oh, yeah, they're fun. I have a couple shirts for sale after the show so the government doesn't know I make money. And, Steve doesn't pay me enough. First one's just a joke about people with fake service dogs. Because I have a friend that has a service dog, but it's a Chihuahua. I was like, I don't think that counts. She's like, no, it helps with my anxiety. I'm like, the dog shakes more than you do. I think your service dog needs a service dog, to be honest. How does it work? Do you have 2 separate Xanax prescriptions or just one that you share? One for you, one for me. They're wrapped in peanut butter, So it's just an emotional support t-shirt, right? If you're feeling sad and you don't have your service dog or your vape pen, hit this guy, and it lines up with your nipples. You're like, I feel so much better already. Emotional support underwear. So he's got a bowl full of pills and the name tag says Xanax, so, something for the kids to wear to school. And, all the money goes to charity, by the way, or Cinnamon, whoever's working. Check out post the lineup, The second one, is, we're so divided as a country, we just need to come together and reach around the aisle. Yes. This elephant of jerking off a donkey. All right. You seem confused. I thought I'd explain. People after shows are like, why does the donkey gotta be the one on the bottom? I'm like, do you watch the news? We are getting fucked. I think we kind of like it. So, you know, you just pick this up, wear it to your next Thanksgiving dinner, and then your weird Republican brother won't talk to you anymore. Unless he's your stepbrother. But, don't get mad at me because you got the joke. That's not fair. I just said words and you're like, I watch porn a lot, so... Nobody had to know. If you buy a t-shirt, I'll throw in a free beer koozie, $700 value. Yes! It's got all my social media on there. I am desperate for attention, so please, this is more important than the orange cards. Everybody wait by your phone. At Andrew J. Rivers, Instagram, YouTube, OnlyFans, whatever service that, all right. And then on the back there's a joke, because I saw a bumper sticker one time say, cars are like wives, if it ain't yours, don't touch. And I was like, what a dumb sticker. So I just made these. They say, cars are like wives, I accidentally banged yours. There you go. I left a note, okay, calm down. Insurance is gonna cover it, okay? Because she was totaled, am I right? So...